Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Emma, and this is my podcast called Nothing Much Just Chillin', where we chill, and we have not chilled in a while, guys. I'm so sorry. I took a little break. Thought I was gonna be consistent in December with episodes, but couldn't make it work with traveling and spending quality time with loved ones, and that was the most important thing. And I hope you guys all spent quality time with loved ones over the holidays, and a happy new year. This is the first episode of 2024. That's crazy to say. It's crazy that 2023 is done. And honestly, another reason why I haven't made an episode lately is just because of what's going on in the world. It's really hard to just process the lack of humanity right now. Yeah, you guys know if you follow me on Instagram and watch my Instagram stories, you know how I feel about this situation, and it's just awful, and I want it to end. But even if it ends, nothing will be forgiven. Nothing will be the same. It's all just bad. It's all just bad. But you know what? I'm going to start off this episode by listing just some highlights of 2023 for me personally. 2023 was a very good year overall. It's probably the best year that I've had since the pandemic in all aspects. So it was a great year for me, and I just want to kind of run through the highlights. And again, these are the highlights. These are not the bad things that happened to me in 2023. So don't get too, I don't know, if you didn't have a good 2023, don't get too down. Let's try to remain positive about 2024, because I was not positive at all about 2023 when it started. As you guys probably remember me podcasting during that horrible time when we didn't have heat or hot water, and it's just, saying that out loud now, just it feels so annoying, and so I'm so privileged in so many ways, and I don't want to, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but I'm just saying like that I was very down in the beginning of 2023, and yeah, life just felt very shitty, but we made it through. And honestly, 2023, again, it was a great year for me. So I'm just going to run through some of the highlights, and then I'm going to get into I want to talk about a fun little thing that just happened. Not just happened. I actually did that maternity shoot with Kelsey and Cody. I did that December 1st. Actually, I did it before I even went to Europe. We left, I think, December 6th for Paris. So I did it December 1st. And so I've been holding on to this, and I wasn't going to talk about it. I wasn't going to talk about it at all, because it was a very private thing, and I kind of pitched it as a very private thing, and I'm not going to, share the pictures and I'm not going to share anything that they don't share, because it's private. But I am so, oh my God, because I edit Kelsey's podcast episode every week. Okay, I guess I'm just talking about it now. I'm just going to talk about the shoot now, because I'm just so excited about it. I posted about it earlier this week when she posted the photo, and I posted about it too when she mentioned me on the podcast. And just imagine me getting an email from the team, and somebody on the team was like, oh, like, I'm like, I need to see your photography. And I was so confused. But then I was like, oh wait, she must have talked about doing the photo shoot in that episode. So I quickly ran to listen to that episode. I was in Paris. I was jet lagged. I was so tired. I was about to go to bed. And I found where she talked about me in the episode, and I just cried. I cried because it was so sweet, the thing that she said about, you know, being glad she did it because she doesn't want to forget this huge part of her life, this first pregnancy. It's so special and it's something to cherish, and having these photos now that they can cherish it, like it was very sweet. So I shared that when I shared like my best photography moments of 2023. But yeah, I had no idea they were going to share any photos from it. So once she posted that, I was so excited, even though like I wasn't even that excited about that certain photo. Like there's so many better ones, I think, that like are more my favorites, but it's so funny that she posted that one, I think, because of the story behind it. And actually, when I was reading the comments, so many people were saying that Cody talked about it on TMG, and I listen to TMG. I listen to TMG every week. So I was like, what are they talking about? Like, did I miss something? And I did, because I must have been like listening to the episode like while I was getting ready in Paris or something. And I just didn't make it till the end. And they didn't talk about it till the very end of the Sweetwater episode from like a month ago or something. So I went to listen to it, and I just, oh my God, like I can't even describe like the feeling of this, because I've never felt this way before. I've never felt this like besides like, you know, being in love with Julio, definitely, but like I've never felt this immense kind of joy and this immense feeling of like for full circleness, and I'm just intense gratitude for myself. I'm very hard on myself. I'm sure we all are, but I really like, I'm never gonna ever say I'm self-made, because I had so much help along the way. And Margaret, my friend who got me the job with Kelsey in the first place, like I will thank her for the rest of my fucking life, if she likes it or not. She's always like, oh, you did this by yourself. You did it. This was all you. Like, I'm like, no, you helped a lot. She helped me so much. And just having people who believe in you, who vouch for you and love you and want to see you win is just priceless. So thank you, Margaret. But I wrote that email. I pitched myself for this project. I just had this intense feeling. I don't know if anybody else feels like this. I assume so. I would like to think that everybody has certain moments in their life where they have like an all over body feeling, right? Like that they're like they have to do something, or they have to say something, or they have to make something happen, or it's just like they have to go through with something. I don't really know how else to describe it, but just like having a fire inside you. And there are very specific moments in my life and moments when I was doing this, many moments this past year, doing things on a grand scale photography wise, where I just felt it. I felt this fire in me. I felt like I was supposed to be there, like I was at the right place at the right time, and I made this opportunity happen for myself, and it was a collaboration with the people in my life as well, believing in me and making it happen. Like it wasn't just me, but I did the necessary steps in order to see it through. So yeah, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I mean, what she said in the podcast, what she said in the Circle Time episode, what Cody said, because, you know, after I read those comments, I ran to it, I listened to it, and yeah, that's okay. Sorry, that's where I left off. When I listened to Cody and Noelle, like laugh, like makes jokes about it, and Cody being so incredibly kind and complimenting my pictures, but also being like, it was so cool, like the film was so cool, and like it made it not corny, and him saying that like the pictures are so nice and that he can't wait to hang them up in their home. Like that is crazy. And that's why, like, I wasn't expecting them to post, right? I would have stayed silent on everything. Like I would have never told anyone besides, like, you know, Julio and my best friends that I did this, that I had this opportunity. Like I wouldn't have told anyone or shared anything online if they hadn't talked about it. if she hadn't talked about it on her podcast, if she hadn't shared that photo, if he hadn't talked about it on his podcast, like it would be totally private, because I wanted to be as respectful as possible. But the fact that they shared it and talked about it on their respective podcasts, and I'm talking about it now on my podcast, like this is so meta. They're never gonna listen to this, but like I was so excited. Like I'm just so grateful that I had that opportunity. Like it meant, like they don't even know like how much it meant to me. Like I've been a fan of Cody for 7 years now. I'm just so thankful to have been a part of documenting their history. If you recall Maya's episode, how we talked about how photography is documenting history, it's fucking true, man. Like having nice photos of your family, having nice photos of yourself, of you and your significant other throughout your life, it's just it's so special. It's so needed. You don't want to grow old and be like, I wish I took more pictures. Like you want pictures. Like pictures are always a good thing. There's always time for pictures. That's my Instagram bio. But yeah, I feel so touched that they love the photos, and I feel so grateful to the film gods that they came out okay, because that's always just a huge worry for me. I have PTSD from going to the film lab and them calling me being like, the roles are blank, but I've learned since then how to not make that happen. But I still have like a tingling of like, oh my god, this shoot was really important, like nothing can be fucked up. But I think I'm proud of the pictures. I don't know if you guys will ever see them, but I will repost if they do post more. But yeah, I'm grateful that they posted that picture. It's funny. It's really funny. And him talking about that specific moment of when I took that photo on his podcast is just hilarious. And I remember I was like looking through the viewfinder, you know, I was telling them to do things, and I was just kind of trying to catch the right photogenic moments, and he did that. And I remember clicking and then like kind of like rolling my eyes. I mean, like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. And the second I got the photo, he stood up and he was like, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just did a kissing the belly photo. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I don't know what that was. But it's just so funny. I love you guys have no idea. Like I've been a fan of TMG for so long, to have me be in a story, be in a joke that they're telling on that podcast is just mind-blowing for me. Like I'm so, like I can die now. Like I'm so happy to have been a part of that. And I will cherish it forever, and I hope they cherish the photos forever. I hope they put them up on their walls. Like that's really what I was thinking the entire time during the shoot. I'm like, this is not for me, this is for them, and this is for me to picture a photo that I took on their walls. Like that's so crazy. But so for him to say on his podcast that he's so excited to hang some of them up on in their home is just wild. Like I don't know what else to say. Like this is fucking wild. Thank you for anyone and everyone who has sent me kind messages and congratulated me for having this opportunity, and like the people who are like, why is she so, like, it doesn't, whatever, it's okay, you don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. Okay, I'm gonna run through some of my 2023 highlights. Again, these are highlights, these are not the lowlights. If you had a shitty year this past year, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can still try to pull out some positive moments like I tried to do. And yeah, okay. So number one, moving to the west side, moving into this new apartment brought us so much peace, you know, aside from the big fiasco of like not having heat and water in the first month of the year. Besides all that drama, living here has truly been wonderful, and I love our new apartment. I love decorating it. Like I really have gotten into interior design here, and it's lovely. 3 photographers shoot the same model. I did that video this year in May, and I did it with my friends Sam and Maya, who have both been on the podcast, and we talked about the shoot on both their episodes, and so that was really cool. But yeah, that's an idea that I've had for a really long time. I mean, it's not my original idea. It's Jessica Kobesi's, and I'm not even sure if it's her original idea, but I think it is. Anyways, I've always wanted to do one of those videos, and the fact that I did it and I produced it and I committed to it, and now I know what it takes to do one, and now I want to do more and more. Like, I want to do so many this year. Like, I want to do like at least 3 this year, at least. Yeah, I'm just proud of myself for taking that idea out of my head and really committing to it and doing it and finding so much fun and value and joy in it. And now that I have those beautiful pictures from that shoot, like we all of us took beautiful photos on that shoot. So I'm so happy for the art that was created. Boston Calling, I mean, y'all know that was one of my favorite memories from this past year, like being there for Jay and his band, and the first festival they ever played, the first festival that I ever got to bring my professional cameras in. Like, it was just all so nice, like having that artist pass experience too. Like, it was so, I just loved it. I loved it. That weekend was just the absolute best. Another thing that happened this year is that my cousin Elizabeth, who is not my blood related cousin, but she's a family friend, really close family friend, has been all my life. Like, she's the first friend I had besides my sister. She had a baby this past year, Teddy, and I got to take their first family photos in June, and it was so nice. I love that I got to do that for them. They put those pictures on their Christmas card, and they're just the cutest, and I just love being a part of special moments like that. It really is just the best thing about photography, to be able to, I love like artistic shoots and like, you know, the fashion week and stuff, but like a family, I'm coming to love this like family shoot experience because it's so important. It's so important to document those things in your life, to have beautiful photographs of your family, of your life at every stage. Like, it's just, everyone wants nice photos, and you really just have to commit to doing it. I photographed some celebrities, guys. I photographed Jason Mraz. I photographed my boy Snoop Dogg right here. If you guys are watching right now, you see some little upgrades, some little apartment upgrades we have. I framed, or it's not really like framed, but they're like called acrylic frames. I got 3 of my photos framed in acrylic frames up on the wall. So we have some cool original captured by 3ML wall art, filmed by 3ML wall art. It's great. And now we have curtains. We don't have those ugly blinds anymore, thank God. I love the curtains. We have like a yellow sheer one and then like a more natural not sheer one. But they make our place look so much better. But anyways, I got my photo of Snoop up here, so I am just gonna talk to him when I record these episodes now, like he's just a character in NMJC right now, because we're chilling. Me and Snoop, we're chilling with all of you listening, and I just love that so much. I also shot Wiz Khalifa at the same concert as Snoop Dogg, so that was pretty cool. I had like 3 minutes to shoot both of them, so that was pressure, but I got pictures that I loved, so it was all worth it. And that was a very nepo girlfriend. All of those 3 were. It was me being a nepo girlfriend because my boyfriend works in the music industry. The next highlight, I made my first vegan cheesecake. I mean, since I made my first vegan cheesecake in August, I think I've made 5 or 6 since then, and I'm getting better. I'm only getting better, and that is actually like one of my resolutions for this year, is just keep on getting better at vegan baking. Baking is just so fun, especially because Julio just loves sweets, so his reaction every time I make something that he tries something that I make is just like gold. I love it so much. I love his first taste of something. Like, it's so sweet, and I love that I'm able to make vegan treats for us. And yeah, I'm only gonna get better. I shot my first real wedding. Crazy. I shot my first actual wedding. Like, I've shot elopements before, and then I shot at Olivia's wedding, my sister, but you know, she had her own photographer. Like, it wasn't just me. And yeah, the pressure was on, and I loved it. I think I want to do more. I want to do more weddings. I found that I really like it. I like the pressure. I like being on my toes and being, you know, like having little pockets of like artsiness here and there throughout the day, throughout the event. And yeah, it was a really good experience. So really liked that. I went to New York Fashion Week again. We all know that wasn't the best experience this time around, but I still did it. Still managed to get some good photos. Then I went to Seattle for work. That was a cool trip. I went to Palo Alto for work too. I did some travel for work, getting paid to travel for work this past year. And, you know, I've done it a few times before, but it's just always so surreal, especially when you work for yourself and you're freelance and somebody's like paying for you to go somewhere to shoot. Like, I don't know, it just never doesn't feel, it's just never going to get old for me. Like, it's so special when somebody pays for me to like fly out somewhere to shoot, to create content. It's really, I love it. It's nice. I started working at the Getty again, and I'm still working there now. I love it. It's so fucking much. I started having more guests on this podcast and started having more of like a setup behind, and yeah, I'm excited to keep on having guests and getting better at interviewing, getting better at conversating on camera, because it always can be like a little bit awkward if I don't like know the person like very well. But I just want to keep on getting better at that, because that's just like a skill I want to have. Like, I want to be as good as Sean Evans. He's the GOAT. I probably will never be as good as him, but like him and Amelia, like, it's just, they're so great at having people on their show and making good conversation and asking things that person wouldn't normally. I mean, of course, like, I'm just interviewing my friend, not just interviewing my friends, but I'm interviewing my friends who probably have not gone on like other podcasts or had other interviews before, so it is all new. But I want to create a very chill and relaxing and fun environment that makes people want to come on my podcast and chill with me and be a part of this community. And yeah, I've been loving building that up, building my guest portfolio up. My parents visited LA. That was so exciting. That was a really nice week showing them around. I loved having them here. I love when people visit. I've talked about this before, but I love being an LA tour guide. I really do. Yeah. Then I photographed my favorite people ever, aka Cody and Kelsey. Already talked about that, but that was fucking insane. I'm going to end my little recap of 2023 there, because, you know, after that shoot, I went to Paris and Amsterdam with Julio, and Julio and I are going to talk about our trip on a separate podcast. We're going to make a dedicated podcast to talking about our Europe trip, and that'll be really fun and nice for him to come on for that. I also have here that I read 2 books. Not impressive at all, but we will finish some more this year, hopefully. I watched 5 seasons of Love Island UK winter, Love Island UK summer, Love Island US, Love Island Games, and Love Island Australia. That's actually still going on. It's almost done. But yeah, that is something I wrote down. Maybe not something I'm proud of, but something I wrote down of like my 2023 recap. I watched a lot of Love Island. That's what I did. I saw 20 movies in theaters. We have the AMC subs pass. We're trying to up that this year because we really want to make the most of the subs pass. But my favorite movie that I saw last year was probably Priscilla, because it was so beautiful. Oh, how it was shot was so beautiful. I loved Theater Camp too. Like, that's just like a feel good movie. Like, that's a movie I could watch over and over again. But Priscilla was just stunning, and I loved just everything about it. Besides the fact that Elvis is a piece of shit, I loved everything about it. Okay, so that's it for my little like 2023 recap. I just wanted to get that out of the way first. Wanted to do that just for the memes. I have been seeing everybody's like in and out lists, and I wanted to make my own naturally and share it with you guys. And these are my opinions. You don't have to take them. This is just kind of like personal to me, but some of them could be for, you know, the collective and for you too. But yeah, let me know which ones you agree with and which ones you don't. I'd love to know. But these are my personal in and outs of 2024, of this present day. Okay, the first thing that is in is flowers and making your own bouquet. I love going to Trader Joe's or going to the farmer's market, picking out 3-4 different flower plant things and then making my own arrangement. It just brings me so much joy. Flowers just bring me so much joy. And now that our apartment is so cute and like these curtains and cozy, like it just, flowers look so good in here. And I wish flowers never died. Maybe I should get fake flowers. But it has been like an every week thing. I mean, we were gone like all of December, but I got flowers last week and the week before. I didn't get flowers this week. Trying to cut down on some expenses, so maybe it's not an every week thing, but when I need a little sunshine, when I need a little aroma, when I need just some more color, even though I have all the color in the world here. But I love making my own floral bouquets. It just brings me so much happiness. In having a uniform. Listen, I got rid of a lot of clothes. Julio and I got rid of a lot of clothes. We tend to do this like every now and then, but like at the start of this year, like donated a bunch of clothes and got our closets just more. I mean, his closet is more empty than mine. I will say I have way more clothes than him. There's probably still ones that I can get rid of, but I just want to wear like the same thing every day, but just like in a different font. Like I love just having like a uniform of what I wear, like baggy jeans, sneakers, t-shirt, long sleeve, tank top. Like it's just, I don't want to spend so much brain energy on outfits anymore. Like it's just not, like I don't have time in the mornings too before I go to the Getty. Like I just need to be like trouser, shirt, jacket, done. Like I just need to have, like I'm so envious of people who do actually have a uniform, like have to wear a suit every day. I mean, maybe that would be uncomfortable, especially for girls, because if you're working somewhere where boys wear suits every day, then a girl probably has to wear like a dress or a skirt or like business pants every day. But I don't know, just something to think about. But like I just want my getting ready process to be easier and to like focus more on my makeup and my hair and just like, I don't know, what's in my purse and stuff, and not be so focused on like wearing like the most outstanding outfit that's gonna break necks. Just get dressed and not have a mental breakdown. Really, I'm trying to avoid mental breakdowns while getting ready, and I feel like that usually happens in the outfit part of the getting ready for me personally. It might be different for you though. Okay, in piercings, I got 2 new piercings. You guys know, like a couple months ago I got my 3rd hole in this conch. I want more. I want so many. I just love them. I love that I can dress up along with my like cool casual look I'm going for every day. I can be fancy and girly on my ears. I can have a bunch of earrings, a bunch of bling on my ears and my nose, and yeah, you know, having my nails done too really keeps it all together too, I think. In taking my camera everywhere, with that in big purses and tote bags, because I want to be able to take my camera everywhere, and not necessarily like my professional camera everywhere, although like that would be cool if I did that, and I should do that. That's a good idea. But like I just want to take a camera everywhere I go and use it and remember I have it and use it, because I want to document more. I want to document more of my life, like not so much to like share on social media, but just like in general for future Emma to look back on these memories and to have, you know, pictures of Julio and I and what we're doing and stuff. And like, yeah, I take them on my phone like all the time, but I want to take more like actual camera pictures, if that makes sense. I just want to be so prepared. That's what I was talking about too. Like when, you know, I don't want to spend so much time thinking about the outfit. I want to think about like the things I'm bringing to the journey, you know. Like bringing lotion everywhere I go, bringing chapstick and lip balm and like all the lip products that I have, and bringing extra, like bringing Q-tips. Like I just want to be like prepared for a Tide to go pen. Like I want to be prepared for everything. I want to be fucking Mary Poppins, pulling shit out of my bag from the depths of it, you know. And someone's like, oh, do you have a Band-Aid? Oh yeah, I've got a first aid kit right fucking here. Like I just want to like, I just sound like I want to be a mom. I want to be a mom to myself and the people around me, my friends and my boyfriend. Like I just want to take care of the collective. Sometimes I'm out places and I'm like, oh fuck, I should have brought my water. I'm always like, I wish I had this, but I could just always bring stuff with me, and I could spend the extra 5 minutes being like, okay, what do I need to put in my bag for today's adventure? You know, because I want to go on adventures, going on day adventures, being out of the house, even though I love being inside the house. I love being inside. I love being couch potato, being a couch potato. That's in, but like also in going out and exploring from time to time. And I want to have all my things with me. That's why, like, I'm not necessarily like a what are they called? What is it called when you stay home all the time? What is that called? Oh my god, I am having a brain fart right now. Obviously, you guys are probably yelling at me like it's a homebody. Oh my god, that was gonna torture me. Homebody. I'm not necessarily like a homebody, but I do like being home because all my things are at home. But if I just bring said things with me and have like, maybe I even have like a little travel car pack thing. Maybe I even just keep something in my car. You know, people do that. People have like cosmetic bags in their car with like, you know, extra deodorant and Q-tips and sunscreen, like all that. Like I need to do that. I need to have a car cosmetic bag. Like, you know what I might need? A snack, you know? And I should have a snack. I should always have snacks on hand. I don't know how I've been living my life not having snacks, and like thank God that Julio and I, well, you know what, we do get hangry sometimes, but like thank God we're not like really mean when we're hangry, because I would have already, like there would have been some snacks in the car. But I should put snacks in the car, have snacks on hand at all times, just in case, like literally just in case, because you know what we are, people, and you know what people do, they get hungry, and you know what people do when they get hungry, they get irritated and mad, and you should just always have, it's like a, you know, you're not you when you're hungry, like Snickers. Okay, I've done like a lot of ins, let's do some outs now. Out. Over explaining. Stop over explaining yourself. You don't have to, you literally don't have to. You don't owe anyone anything. Like for example, like if you can't go to something, like go to an event or go to somebody's party or go to somebody's house or go to a hangout or whatever, like you can just say like, hey, like I no longer can anymore. Like you don't need to have an excuse. You don't need to explain why. And also you don't really have to like over explain your feelings. Like if somebody's just not getting something, like you just don't have to talk to, like you can just stop talking to them. Like you just don't have to like beg someone to like understand you. You know what else is out? People pleasing. My people pleasers are not gonna like this one. I'm so sorry. People pleasing annoys me so much. Like I cannot imagine like caring that much about what people think and living in accordance to like others' comfort, if that makes sense. When I was at New York Fashion Week, quick little story time here. When I was at New York Fashion Week, I had plans to shoot with a model early in the morning one morning, and I overslept and I missed my train. Because of that, I wasn't going to make it on time, and I freaked out and I ordered an Uber. to Uber me from New Jersey, South Orange, New Jersey to Manhattan. Not that crazy. It's not that far away. Like, I think it was like a 35-minute trip or something like that. Whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. But it's really expensive because Ubers, they don't want to, nobody wants to drive from New Jersey to New York or into New York City. Nobody wants to drive into New York City. Like, it's an expensive Uber. I do it and then the person cancels on me. I'm like, fair. I would cancel on me too. And then I finally get one. I go down and I get in the car. And the driver immediately goes, "Oh, you're going to New York City?" And I was like, yeah, like, if you don't like want to take me, like, whatever. And he was like, well, if you make it worth it for me, like, money wise, like, he wasn't being like creepy, but he was just being like, you need to tip me well to make this worthwhile. And I was like, okay, like, I have no other option, so like, yeah, sure, I'll tip you well, like, can we go? Basically, long story short, he spent that entire car ride talking about how much of a people pleaser he is, but not saying it as like, he was saying like it was like something to brag about. Let me say one thing right now, and if you don't agree with me, that's fine. We can have differing opinions, but being a people pleaser does not make you a good person. It does not. Taking care of yourself and your needs and your wants, doing what's best for yourself and having the energy and love to give to other people because you filled your cup up, you've done what you need to do for yourself, that is being a good person. You just submitting to people and doing things for people when all you feel is resentment while you're doing it. Because if you are just doing things for people, expecting them to expecting to get something back from people, that is not, it's selfish. It's actually selfish. And this Uber driver, he was just complaining about how he does stuff for other people all the time, like it's because he's so nice. Oh, like, I'm so nice, I always do stuff for other people, and like, poor me, like, woe is me, like what? And I was just like, dude, shut up. Like, you could have said no to me. You could have been like, I'm not driving you to New York, and I would have been shit out of luck, or I would have just waited for the next train and just been super late and had to cancel with the model. Like, I would have cut my losses. And I would have preferred that, honestly, way better than him just like guilt tripping me the whole trip. Because it wasn't even, he wasn't saying like specifically me, like he was kind of saying, he was like, yeah, like, I didn't say no to you because it's like, say no to me, say no to people when you don't want to do something, because then you just have this like hanging over, like, oh, like, I always do what you want to do, or like, oh, I will always want to watch what you want to watch, or I always eat what you want to eat, like, we always do, like, that is not selflessness, you know. That is you thinking that you are so much better than that other person because you are just giving in to what they want, when really you should just say what you want so that compromise can be had and everyone can be mature about the situation. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just having resentment, like, he started talking about his people in his family that he does stuff for and they don't do stuff back. And I'm like, well, why are you going above and beyond for them if they don't go be above and beyond for you? And he was just like, well, it's just like who I am. It's like, well, you're actually complaining about your family that you say you love so much and would do anything for, to a stranger. Like, if you actually, like, in doing things selflessly, doing things not expecting something in return, doing things just because you want to do nice things for people. Like, I don't understand people who just like, they just want people to like them so bad that they'll just conform or lose sight of their moral compass just to have people like them, just to have people think they're cool and smart and funny and pretty, whatever. Like, just stop. Another out is QR codes. Give me the menu. I don't want to look at the menu on my screen. Can we just all agree? Like, let's just go back to menus. Like, I don't want to look at the menu on my phone. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. Another in is just hanging out with people. Okay, we had people over for New Year's. We were just hanging out. We're hanging out, playing games. Like, I love that. Like, make like bar culture and like club culture like is not like, I mean, it's never been in for me, I guess, but yeah, it's always just hanging out has always been in. But like, I always feel like I'm so boring if I just like ask somebody to like just hang out, but I'm not gonna think it's boring anymore, and I'm not gonna be self-conscious of it just being like it just having people over to hang out, because before I was like, oh, like it's not really like exciting or anything, but like, you know what, we deserve to chill. We deserve to just like chill with our friends and not have to have like a massive rager all the time. Like, not all the time, but like for events like New Year's Eve and stuff, like you can just chill with people. Along with that, following up with plans, because I'm so bad. I'm always like, oh, like let's hang out and stuff, but I get so busy. But like, I really need to like follow up with people, and that is a personal goal for me, resolution for me, like follow up with plans, because I'm really bad about it. And then months go by and I'm like, oh, that person probably thinks I hate them because I didn't reach out to them to hang out, but I don't hate them. I was just busy and spacey and lost the plot a little. So in being opinionated, oh my god, especially right now, like it is crazy. The people pleasing, people who just don't speak up about world issues. I just don't get it. You know what's out? People saying they don't really understand politics, or they don't follow politics, or they don't watch the news. Like, that is so out. Like, come on. You are a human on this earth. Act like it. That's, whoa, I don't know where that came from. That was like a little aggressive. You are a human on this earth. Act like it. But no, seriously, like, okay, maybe it doesn't affect you in a very direct way. But if you're planning to have kids, which I'm not, maybe, but I'm not. But if you're planning to have kids, if you want to have kids, and they turn to the page in their history books, hopefully it's not erased, but like if they turn to the page in the history books where, you know, it says like Black Lives Matter, or it's talking about the genocide in Gaza right now, right? Like, and they ask you like, oh, what was it like then? And you're just like, oh, like, well, it didn't affect me. I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't try anything. Yeah, I never contacted my officials, or I never protested, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is not, like, your kid is going to be like, what the fuck? Because kids are only getting better and smarter and more aware of things happening in the world, you know, with social media and stuff. Like, they're gonna be like, wow, you're a piece of shit, and you want to be a role model for your kids. You want to be a role model for future generations. Just everything that's going on right now, like, I just can't imagine being silent. My brain does not work like that. My brain cannot just like ignore things. Like, I'm talking about, like, Julio and I are having conversations about what's going on in other parts of the world every single day. Yeah, I just can't imagine having like such a lack of empathy. And maybe if you are listening to this and you're like, Emma, I don't fucking care about what's going on in Gaza, or what's going on in Sudan, or what's going on in the Congo, or what's going on anywhere really besides my own house, and that's the way I like it. Like, maybe what should be in for you is empathy. Out. Celebrity culture. Don't idolize celebrities. They're always going to let us down. The people who have platforms, the people who have power, they're always going to let you down. Out. Being chronically online. I know I just went through, like, you should keep up with what's in the world and stuff. Like, you should, but like, honestly, have a balance so that you're not so deep into your phone, so that you're not so, like, I would love, like, I'm always talking to people like, oh, did you hear about this? And they're like, no. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy that you haven't heard about this. Like, I want to be someone who hasn't heard about something, but I'm usually not, because I hear about everything because I'm so online. But I need to go off of it. Just in general, being disconnected from the phone, spending intentional digital free time is very in, I'd say. FOMO is out. FOMO is always out. Like, don't, like, who cares what other people are doing, or if they look like they're having fun doing, like, the most fun things that people are doing, they're not sharing because they're having so much fun doing them that they like forget to take pictures of videos and stuff, which I'm trying not to do. I'm trying to, like, at least take some, like, when I'm having so much fun, to remember the moment. But like, FOMO, like, it's just like, don't, like, if you're like, oh, like, I need to go out, like, no, you don't. You can spend time alone. Spending time alone, spending a night in alone, you know, light a candle, do some self-care, read a book. Like, that just sounds that sounds like what I want to do tonight, honestly. All right, this is the last one I'm doing for this episode. I'll probably have more. Maybe I'll do, like, ins and outs for, like, spring, summer, like, throughout the year. Like, maybe I'll do more in and out lists if you like it. If you like it, was really, like, sporadic and nothing had, like, a theme to it, really. But but if you liked this, let me know. An in for me this year, which has been an in for the past year as well, and hopefully will always be an in for me, is just making my life as colorful as possible. I have always told myself I'm a very colorful person, and, you know, colorful in my language, maybe a little bit too much, but I am just very colorful. Like, the way I don't even know how to describe that. I've just always felt that, like, I'm a very colorful person, and I'm finally, like, expressing that in the way that I decorate my home, in the way that I dress, in the way that I paint my nails, in the way that I do everything. Really, like, I just love color. I love adding color to everything, and color is not just, like, I don't know, like wearing a yellow shirt or something. Like, it's adding color to my brain, like reading more, and, like, it can go for so many things, like adding color to your life, like falling in love, like adding more color to Julio and I's relationship, adding more color to my cheeks when I do my makeup, adding more blush, you know, or adding colorful eyeshadow, or buying a pair of colorful shoes, or making my dinner, making my food colorful, like eating from the rainbow, you know. And yeah, I just want this year to be the most colorful one yet. I hope. I know it will be the most colorful year yet, because I am putting that into the universe. And guys, I hope you had an amazing end to 2023. I hope you're having an amazing start to 2024. I'm constantly thinking about, like, what's going on right now, but holding space for myself and trying to compartmentalize for myself, like, my own goals and dreams and stuff like that. I'm not putting that on hold, but I can also find space to acknowledge and be upset and be angry and contact officials and fucking text Joe Biden a bunch of times, being so mean. But yeah, I'm, like, surprised that the CIA hasn't, like, shown up at my door. The text messages that I've been sending to Joe Biden, honestly, have been foul. But I did not mean to, like, have that, like, be, like, jokey at all. Like, I'm actually, like, 100% serious. Like, this has gone on for way too long. I'm just sick. I'm sick of people not caring. You know, it's in caring. It's cool to care. Where is Indie Blue right now? You know what I mean? Like, her whole lonely ghost thing. Like, it's cool to care. Like, I don't want, like, hats and shirts and sweatshirts and stuff, and, like, Mad Happy, like, having, like, just like Empathy, or Mayfair, like, having, like, like, all these brands that have, like, all these designs of their clothes that have like empathy or like be a good person, be a decent human being, like all those people completely silent is just mind-boggling to me. All the people that preach like positivity and like being a good person, being a good human, like are just so silent on this issue, and my blood is just boiling about it every day. But you can't control other people, you can only control yourself, and I just encourage you, I want to inspire you to use your voice and think critically about the world. Don't be so quick to just accept things, you know. Out is social norms, and we'll get more into that when I talk about marriage in the marriage episode. But thank you guys for chilling with me this week. Thank you guys for being patient with me, and the next episode will be a recap of the Europe trip with Julio. I'm so excited for that. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and I love you. Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.